Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, So with Loveyben. If this is your first time seeing this video, please all I want you to do is to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like and comment. So in today's video about basic bodies, rather we'll be drafting basic bodies. Here is a paper that we'll be using. This is called brown paper. You can use the brown paper or you can use the whitish color paper. But for the sake of this video, I'll be using the one I have, which is the brown paper. You'll be needing for this drafting is your tape. Yes, your measuring tape, your pencil, your ruler, your ruler, your French curve. So now let's dive into the drafting proper. First of all, I will pin up this brown paper to make it pen on this tape. What else you'll be knowing is the measurement that you'll be using for this drafting. In basic bodies, the measurement that I will be using is your shoulder to bust, shoulder to chest line, shoulder to bust, shoulder to waist, your shoulder to top length, and your half length. That is for your vertical measurement. Now for my vertical measurement, I'll be using the tip of this brown paper as my starting point. No need ruling a straight line here since I have this sharp edge. So I'll be using the tip of this brown paper as my starting point. That will serve as my shoulder line. Here now is my shoulder line. From my starting point, I will mark my chest line. That is my shoulder line, the tip of this brown paper. I'll mark my chest line, which is 8.3. This is your 8, 1, 2, 3, which is 8.3. Then still from the shoulder, I'll mark my bust measurement, which is 10. I'll mark my shoulder to half length, 16.5. Then your shoulder to your top length, maybe 21.5. Top length 21.5. So this is my vertical measurement. Using your ruler, you mark a straight line. Mark a straight line. Mark a straight line. Like I said, this is my shoulder line. This is my chest line. This is my bust line. This is my half length. And this is my top length. From here, I measured from my shoulder to my chest line, which is 8.3. From my shoulder to my bust line, which is 10. From my shoulder to my half length, which is 16.5. From shoulder to this line here, which is 21.5, that will serve as my top length. The next thing to do is to rule a straight line to connect the lines. Rule a straight line to connect the lines. Now, this is for your vertical measurement. This is for your vertical measurement. Now we'll start to impute our horizontal measurement. I'll divide my shoulder, which is 16, by 2. It will give me 8. Then from this is drafting of the front of a basic body. So we'll come to the back, but for now we are drafting the front first. So here is the center front. Here is the side front. From your center front on your shoulder line, you measure out 8. Impute your shoulder measurement on your shoulder line, and also come down to your chest line and impute that your shoulder measurement again, which is 8. Did you get me? Impute your shoulder measurement on your shoulder line and also impute your shoulder measurement on your chest line. Using your ruler, connect both points together. This line now is what we call the armhole. To get your armhole line, impute your shoulder measurements divided by 2. 16 divided by 2, I got 8. Impute your shoulder measurements on your shoulder line, come down to your chest line and input your what? Your shoulder measurements. My round bust is 35. 35 divided by 4 will give you 8.7. So my bust circumference is 35. Now, on the same chest line, I will input my bust measurement divided by 4 on my chest line. Remember, you added your shoulder measurements on your shoulder line and also on your chest line. Now, under the same chest line, just the chest line, no more the shoulder line, just the chest line, input your bust circumference divided by 4 on your chest line. So mine is 8.7. Mine is what? 8.7. Then the next thing to do, remember I told you that this line is now our armhole line. Now to get your shoulder slants, because this is the front basic bodice, come down from this armhole line on shoulder line by 1.5 to get your what? Shoulder slant. Then for our neckline, we'll be using 3 here, and then for the depth, here is the depth, we'll be using 3.5. Using my French curve, I will join my shoulder, my neckline with the French curve to look this way. Down here by 1.5. Then I will connect this point of 1.5 to meet the neckline at the tip here. So the next thing to do now is to come up from this chest line point on armhole line. Come up here by 3. When you come up by 3, you come in by 0.7. Come in by 0.7. If you are following me, your armhole line or chest line, you go up by 3, then come in by 0.7. Then connect the 0.7 to the bust measurements you added on your chest line. Remember, I said earlier that you should input your bust measurements on your chest line. Now, you are connecting this 0.7 here to that bust measurement, which is 8.7, using your French curve. The essence of this is for this line to meet this line. Now, I'll connect the both of them. Then, using my ruler, I'll connect this 0.7 to meet the 1.5 on the armhole line. That is our shoulder slant. This is called shoulder slant. 0.7, I'll rule a straight line to meet the 1.5 of our shoulder slant. Still on my horizontal measurements, I will impute my waist on my half length. My waist, which is 7, I will impute my waist on my half length. And I will impute my top length horizontally on my top length vertically. I will impute my top length horizontally, which is what? 8.7. So using a ruler, I will connect the point of this bust line on my chest line to meet the one on half length and also to meet the one on top length. Please, if you are getting any part of this teaching confusing, just leave a comment for me on my comment section. I will answer to every question. Thank you. So I'll draw a line, a straight line, to meet the one on the half length and also to meet the one on the top length. Next thing to do is to impute. There is what we call that in basic bodies. So on my bust point, I will impute my nipple to nipple measurement, which is 3.2 on my bust point. 3.2. I'll come down to my half length. I will impute my nipple to nipple measurement. I'll come down to my top length. I will impute my nipple to nipple measurement, which is 3.2. Using my ruler, I will mark a straight line to meet each point. Your nipple to nipple measurement on the half length, I will come in here by 0.7. I will come in by 0.7 on the both sides. Then I will take the 0.7 on the both sides to make the nipple to nipple measurement on my bust line. Just watch me do it. Then I will take the 0.7 on the both sides down to the top length. Just like this. Another thing to do on these basic bodies is to replace this. It is called replacement of that. Now, on this 0.7 you have on the both sides, you will measure what you have here on half length. You will measure what you have there, which is, for me, I have 1.5. Then I will come here and replace it. I will come here, exactly here, and replace it. I'll replace my 1.5. After replacing it, using your ruler again, you create another line aside the first one you created. This is the actual line that we'll be using now. So using your ruler from your top length, you mark a line to meet the one on your top length to the dart you replaced. Then from this dart you replaced, you mark another line to meet your bust line on your chest line. This line now will serve as the new line that we'll be using for these basic bodies. So we'll be cleaning off this one. We'll be cleaning it off to avoid confusion. This is our new line. This is our new line. The next thing to do is to create what we call your bust dart. So for your bust dart, for people with, let me say, bust of 35, you can use 1.5. Those with bust of 36, you can use 2. Our bust is 35. I will be using 1.5. On the new line we created, I will come down by 1.5. I will come down by 1.5. Using my ruler, I will connect to meet the dart on the bust line. This will be all for our front basic bodies. If you find any part of this teaching confusing, remember to drop a comment for me. I will answer to all your questions. For our back basic bodies, I will input my chest line from my shoulder, which is 8.3. 8.3. 8.3. Then, because there is no bust, we don't have bust now at our back, we'll skip the bust measurement. Then we'll enter our shoulder to half length, which is 16.5. 16.5. 16.5. I have added my shoulder to half length, which is 16.5. For the sake of this drafting, I'll be minusing 1.5 from 21.5. 1.5 minus 1.5 will give me 20. So my top length will be 20. My top length will be 20. is to input my shoulder measurement, which is 16 divided by 2, 8. So I'll input my shoulder measurement, which is 8 on my shoulder line, on my chest line. This is my shoulder line, my chest line, my half length, and my top length. So I'll join the lines to create my armhole. Then for the back neckline, I'll be using 3. But now the depth will be 1, not 3.5. The depth will be 1. Using my French curve, I'll join both lines. My French curve. For our shoulder slant, I'll come down from my shoulder line. I'll come down by 1. Remember, in our front basic bodies, our shoulder slant was 1.5. But for the back basic bodies, we'll be using 1 as our shoulder slant. And I'll use my ruler to join to the neckline. The next thing to do is to divide what I have here to determine the middle of this line. I'll divide what I have here to determine the middle of this line. Then I will come in by 0.5. On our front basic bodies, from the chest line on the armhole line, we came up by 3, then entered by 0.7. But for the back basic bodies, we divided what we have on our armhole line, marked the middle, and we came in by 0.5. Then I will input my bust circumference, which is 8.7 on my chest line. Using my French curve, I'll connect the lines. I'll connect the line. Then I will use my ruler to connect to meet the shoulder slants. The next measurement to impute is my waist. I will impute my waist measurement on my half length. My waist is 7. I will impute 7 on my half length. Then my top length, which is 8.7, I'll impute on my top length. I'll join the lines using my ruler. I'll connect the lines using my ruler. Next thing to do is to input our nipple to nipple measurement. Because there is no shoulder to bust here, we don't have a bust line here. We'll input our nipple to nipple measurement on our chest line. So I'll input my nipple to nipple measurement, which is 3.2 on my chest line. I'll come down to my half length. I will input 3.2. I'll come down to my top length. I will input 3.2. Then on my half length, I will come in by 0.5 on the both sides. For the front basic bodies, we use 0.7, but because there is no bust here, our back is flat now, so we'll be using 0.5. I'll use my ruler to connect to meet the chest line. To meet the chest line. Then I'll take it down to the top right. I'll take it down to the top right. The next thing to do is to measure what we have on this half length and replace the dart. For our dart replacement, I will measure what I have here, which is 1. I will come here and replace it. Then because we replaced our dart, we will create a new line. This now will serve as our new line. This one will be taken down. This one will be taken down. But to avoid confusion, I'll clean it off. The next thing to do on this back basic bodies is to eliminate what is called zip bulge. You know that kind of protruding you will see when somebody is putting on a zipper clothes. To eliminate that zip bulge, on your half length, you will come in by 0.7. You will come in by 0.7 and go up by 0.5. Then this on this armhole line, remember that you divided the armhole line to determine the midpoint. Then you came in by 0.5. Then that 0.5 that you came in, you extend it to meet the center, to meet the center back. Then that 0.5, that 0.7, sorry, that you came in on your half length, you will mark a straight line to meet the line you extended at the center back. And the 0.5 that you came up, you will mark a straight line to meet that replacement of one. This is that replacement of one that you have here. With this now you have eliminated what is called Z. See you on my next video. On my next video, I will be telling you how to close this that on paper before transferring to your fabric. That next video, I will show you how to cut this and how to transfer it on your fabric before you proceed to sew. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like and comment. I love you.